Hey everyone, today I'm taking a look at a very cool device that appeared on my radar a few months ago. It's made by a company called Hypersynth, and the product is the Hcard 701 for the DX7 Mark I. So I'm the proud owner of both the 701 card for the DX7 and the 750 card for the D50, which I'll demonstrate in its own video, see a link in the description below. This current version of the Hcard 701 can store a staggering 400 banks of 32 patches. So that's a total of 12,800 patches you can put in your pocket. Pretty amazing. A quick start guide is provided and explains how the digital display indicates the bank numbers and also has a list of the preloaded banks on the card. My first impression of the Hcard is very positive. It has a strong, solid feel and its hard-edged appearance really suits the era of the DX7. A close look through its clear exterior will reveal that it's comprised of many delicate components and ICs, so handling this with care, like all of my gear, is a must. Insert the card, turn on the DX, and the digital display on the Hcard will light up. Selecting cartridge on the DX7 will allow the front panel buttons to access the Hcard's stored data, just like the original cards. Selecting banks is easy. Simply pressing the touch-sensitive plus and minus pads on the card will scroll through the bank numbers. A handy feature on the card is the ability to jump every 10 banks, simply by pressing and holding on the plus or minus pads for 1 second. Also, you can jump every 100 banks by pressing and holding both plus and minus pads for 1 second. This makes navigation very convenient, and because the pads are touch sensitive, no excessive force is required, which is great for both the card and your DX7. The preloaded banks on the Hcard are great, providing the original DX7 ROM cartridge banks, as well as some well-curated category banks including pianos, e-pianos, organs, pads, strings, among others. Press any patch number on the DX7 and we're in business. For me, this would totally work in my recording and performance setup. It's great for live situations where you can configure different banks of patches for different performances, or if you're using someone else's DX7 and need access to your patches. Of course, I'll still have my master sysx files on my hard drive, which I can transfer to my DX via MIDI, but the Hcard is way more convenient. No laptop, no MIDI cables, no sysx librarian, just plug in and go. My final verdict on the Hcard 701 is a big thumbs up. The build is great, the look is great, the interface is simple, and with a ton of memory, I don't see myself maxing this thing out anytime soon. Remember, Hypersynth have a card for the Yamaha DX7 too, and the Roland D-50, so if you're down for some new tech to go with your old tech, then click the link in the description below. There's also a link to my demo of the Hcard 750 for the Roland D-50, so be sure to check that out as well. That's it from me. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more synth and drum machine reviews, tutorials, and music. Thanks for watching.